I just wanted to talk about a few things, mainly about motivation. So a lot of people come up to me and they ask me, how do you find the strength to continue going to the gym every day? I can tell you, starting off, it's not the easiest thing, and eventually for me, it's became a part of my life. So it started off as a hobby, and now it's became a lifestyle. So basically, to simplify what I mean by that is that it started off with something that I had no idea what I was doing. But eventually, as I continued in the whole fitness, as I continued working out, I ended up feeling good. I felt confident, and I started feeling better about myself. And at that point, I just started realizing that this was something that I love to do. Even though starting off, I had no idea what I was doing. I ended up doing a lot of research, things like that. And it just became a hobby at first, but progressively, it just became a lifestyle because it just started all coming natural to me. So I'm not saying that every day I'm motivated. I have this freaking motivation to always go to the gym, especially working a job like I do, or having a set job that I do where it's pretty demanding as far as time, and then having to get off of work and still have the motivation, so to say, to still go to the gym. It's hard, it is, but eventually it becomes a part of your agenda. It becomes a part of your schedule, and it just becomes easier. It does. It takes time, and I can say it. It sounds easier. It's easier to say than to actually do, because I know it. I come across people all the time. I have friends that will commit 1 week to the gym, and then the next week they'll be out of it. But it's all about staying consistent. Consistency is the key here. Because when you don't got consistency, then you won't make any progression. You need consistency to progress. You want results, you have to stay consistent in your workout regimen, or even whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be fitness related. It can be anything. Going to school, for instance, you got to stay consistent in school. It's about applying yourself. It's not really relatively about being smart, because nobody's going to start off smart. You got to apply yourself, apply yourself to learn this, learn that, and eventually you gain all this knowledge. So ultimately, from the start, from the get-go, initially, it's about applying yourself, because that's where you start getting better. All right, nobody's just gonna start off. I mean, granted, there's people that are smart, that start off smart, but most of us just have to apply ourselves, and that's how people become successful. People become successful because they apply themselves, because they stick to it, and eventually they find love in what they're doing. If you find love in what you're doing, in whatever it is, you're gonna put more effort into it. So having a passion for something, like fitness for me, is something that I feel like is gonna go throughout. I'm gonna have throughout my entire life. I love doing this. And I know I'm always gonna love doing it, because there's a certain thing that it gives me. So not only am I going to the gym and I'm slaying myself and giving everything I got, exerting my energy, things like that, it also gives me something back. It's giving me therapy. You have to find something that takes you away from reality, because as people, we go through stressors in life. We go through the complications of financial stressors, relationship stressors, work stressors, things like that. So fitness to me, as cliche as it sounds, it is my therapy. I use it as an outlet, but also at the same time, it's not only my outlet, but it's helping me better myself. And I'm able to gain all this knowledge, and I'm able to come across other people and kind of give them an idea of what I'm going through, because a lot of the times the things that I go through especially in my past, are probably the same things that you probably go through, but maybe just in different ways. Because all of us, we're all in this life together, right? So, and we all go through certain complications and certain situations and things like that, but we always find a way to overcome it. We should always find a way to overcome it. And as deep as it sounds, making this whole fitness thing, something as simple as fitness, being related to just life in general, it truly means more to me than just, working out. Because a lot of people are going to say, you can't work hard doing something that you like doing, which doesn't even make sense. Because I hear it all the time. They're saying that if it's a hobby, then how is it working hard? You know, how are you working hard in the gym? How come you're not freaking back on your computer doing schoolwork, doing homework, or applying for school, or doing schoolwork? Granted, that's all great. There's anything and everything is going to set you up for success, depending on what you set your goals to. But as long as you have a goal in mind, and you should have goals in mind, and you stay committed to it, you're going to be successful. All right? And that's what motivates me. I look at something as small as fitness and having the strength to go to the gym after a long day of work, after a long week. That right there, something so small like that, I feel as though it's going to help me in the long run, because if I'm able to do something that small, then I'm able to chase after things that are greater. And I know I'm not the most successful person, and I'm not saying that I'm successful, but I feel like I'm going in the right direction because I set myself in the right direction. And as long as I stay consistent, then good things will eventually come. Motivation is broad. So motivation, like I've mentioned in my second video, motivation isn't something that you just wake up with. It's not something that's programmed in our body. It's not something that's programmed in our mind. Because yes, it's a mental thing, and it's mainly mental more than physical. Because in order to physically do something, you gotta be mentally strong or mentally capable. But I feel like motivation is just something that you just really gotta dig deep for. It's something that's instilled in all of us. It's just we just gotta find it, because it's buried deep, and a lot of us are just either too scared or fear the chances of you failing. But you shouldn't be looking at things like that, because if you really have a goal set, then you should be chasing after those goals, because once you knock that goal out, then you're gonna be able to knock out another goal, because I'm sure you're gonna have multiple goals in life. Life is short, and I feel like we should be living life to its fullest as much as we can. And definitely don't take this out of perspective. As far as, I gotta restrict myself or whatever it is, depending on what your goals are in the whole fitness category. Because whether you're competing or you're just trying to look better, you're just trying to better yourself, or you're just trying to get in better shape, whatever the case is, it's all about just applying yourself from the start. All right, so apply yourself from the start. See what you like to do. That's where a lot of people end up finding what their actual hobby is. Whether they like lifting heavy, like power lifters or strongmen, or they like lifting to define their body or to have their body look a certain type of way. That's where people end up finding, whether, like I said, they're power builders or bodybuilders, or power lifters, or even like physique. So start off somewhere. Don't be afraid to start, because you're gonna find your niche. It's gonna take a matter of time, and it took me about 2 to 3 years of actually finding what I actually was going for. So it started off with me just lifting any weight that I could. I started lifting as I got stronger. I started lifting heavier. My diet was trash completely, because I didn't know what I was doing. But eventually, like I said, after 2 or 3 years of research and just working out and getting information from different people and asking questions, I eventually started finding what exactly I wanted to do as far as this whole fitness category. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about that because it was on my mind. I know it's nothing crazy or too informative, but I just wanted to share that with you guys because I wholeheartedly hold it near and dear to my heart. Just basically, what you do today is going to carry over in the future. So it's going to make you a better person tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and then years to come. As long as, like I said, you stay consistent. All right, so I'm going to close this out now. Had a great workout today. If you like this video, please smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so when I do upload videos here in the future, you guys are getting those notifications. I hope you guys enjoy the content. I'm hoping to push out more content here and there. Love you guys. Peace.
Where are you going? Come back.
Bro, I need to take a shit.
Rolling with it. I'm not mad. Rolling with it. It's all cool. Rolling with it. I know you don't fuck with the shit I do, but I still love you. Rolling with it. Rolling with it. Rolling with it. I'm not mad. Rolling with it. It's all cool. Rolling with it. I know you don't fuck with the shit I do, but I still love you. Rolling with it.